Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Clone Trooper oddity. Once again, we are taking a look at something related to the mysterious concept Clone Trooper, the pink or brown, depending on which image you're looking at, Commander Cody concept art Clone Trooper, the one that we've kind of been tracking down on this channel between the Clone Trooper oddity and the Clone Trooper concept art videos that I did. We've been trying to figure out what kind of merch was released for this particular Clone Trooper, and today we have another piece of merch to show off on Clone Trooper Oddity. I'm really excited about this one. Major shout out goes out to ODST4553 here on YouTube, and I think he has an Instagram, but I don't want, if that's his personal, I don't want to give that out. So on YouTube, he is ODST4553, but he commented on one of my previous videos and said, hey, my friend has something with that Clone Trooper on it. He doesn't really want it. He never really cared for Clone Troopers and didn't realize that that was anything special. So yeah, you want it? And he sold it to me for a very reasonable price, I feel like. And it is this right here, a Revenge of the Sith CD case. It's metal. You can kind of see it's got like a metal faceplate with like the cloth zipper going around. It's a little beat up. It's been used. It's been well loved. That's perfectly fine with me. But the truly interesting part is if we turn it around to this. There it is, the pinkish brown Commander Cody concept art Clone Trooper. There's really no official name for him. We don't have a Legion affiliation. We don't really know what this guy is, other than the fact that his markings are very similar to Commander Cody, and so I can only surmise that this was an early concept art, or rather, because it's on these 3D renders, I think it was a late production render. Maybe this was meant to be like Commander Cody's Troopers or something like that. It was released in promotional material like this CD case, the lenticular design back there, a StarWars.com t-shirt. It was also in a concept art book released in Japan, and then of course we have the prototype action figure that a few people own. I think I don't. That is like the holy grail for Clone Trooper Oddity, so here's a picture of it on the screen. If you ever find this figure, please contact me. I would absolutely love to add it to the collection. But today I just wanted to showcase another piece to the puzzle, another piece to the Clone Trooper Oddity collection. Yeah, it's a metal CD case. I don't understand what this graphic here is. It says clone in vertical lettering. You have this Clone Trooper outline there, and then a series of numbers. It's very curious. I'm not really sure what that is all from. I have seen this same decal print, whatever, on a coloring book page of all things, so somewhere along the lines this was created for some promotional material. Don't know why it's here other than, it's Clone Trooper related, but yeah, it's very odd. Down at the bottom, 2005 Lucasfilm. This is official Lucasfilm merchandise, which is really cool. I guess it just, goes along further confirming that this is something that they had plans with and then just kind of scrapped over time. Pretty much everything that's been released from this figure came out in 2005 before the release of Revenge of the Sith. So again, there was some sort of bundle that was probably given out by Lucasfilm, and it had a bunch of different Clone Trooper variants in it. The 442nd, the 501st, the 41st Elite, all those. And it was just sent out to the different manufacturing people, and however it, ended up on these promotional pieces, it did, because that's what Lucasfilm was rolling with at the time. But when the film released, I would say post-2005, this concept design flatlines. I've not seen anything about this clone after 2005. Every piece of promotional material, every piece of concept art, all those, even like concept art books, it's all 2005 and before. So really curious. So I guess the real oddity here is, why didn't this Clone Trooper get more attention the same way the other concept clones did? Obviously that figure was in a pretty late stage of production, and I'm just wondering if maybe it got shut down by Lucasfilm because it was too similar to Commander Cody, or maybe it was just deemed unpopular. It's really hard to say. There's some mystery there, but overall it's another concept Clone Trooper, this one just being a little bit more obscure than the others. And because of that, I kind of have to have it in my collection. I like to collect the obscure and the oddities. As the name suggests for this series, I like to collect the things that just are kind of passing under the radar from most people's collections. And even though this is, maybe not the most pristine version of the CD case, it's really, really cool to have. And the story is really special too, just because, one of my subscribers was able to track this down from one of my videos. They were able to send it to me, and I really appreciate that. Additionally, this CD case came from Mexico. My follower was in Mexico at the time visiting his friend, and he had it. So this comes from Mexico. I don't know if this was an exclusive to Mexico. It may have been. There's just some material that gets made and sent to one country and not to others. For whatever reason, it just comes down to what Lucasfilm decided back in the day. And looking on eBay, I could not find anything like this anywhere. So it's hard to say. Maybe this was just shipped out in small quantities to Mexico or maybe to Europe as well, and maybe it just didn't hit the US as readily. Maybe it did, and people just didn't save it. Maybe people just aren't aware of it, and so they're not putting it up on eBay. I mean, there's a lot of reasons that could go into this, but ultimately, it's really cool, and it's a Clone Trooper oddity. It will have a very nice place in the collection next to this lenticular print. I do plan to get the Japanese concept art book eventually, even though this guy is only featured on, one page within that. It's still a page that he's on, and that's cool to me. Someday, if I can find the figure, if I can find the shirt, I've never even seen pictures of what the shirt looked like. I just know that it was on StarWars.com back in the day. Yeah, we'll slowly piece this together, and I will have a small corner of the collection dedicated to this Clone Trooper. This is probably the only time that I will actually go out of my way to get things like this, like a CD case, a lenticular print. Those typically aren't really of interest to me. I like my action figures, but with this particular concept art clone, it's just too cool to pass up. The mystery surrounding why it didn't go forward into later stages of production, why you don't see it in any of the concept books except for that one. Why did this one get scrapped so late in production? This wasn't just a sketch on a napkin. This was a proper 3D rendered model, and for some reason they ditched it. And of course, this does work as a standard CD case, so it still has that functionality, but I certainly will not be using it as such. This will instead be just sitting on a corner of the shelf looking cool. And no, it will not be this side. It will be this side, obviously. Something probably like that right there. So yeah, this is probably a bit of a shorter Clone Trooper oddity. It's just a CD case. There's not a lot to talk about other than what we've already, gone over with this concept clone and, the fact that I am hunting down merchandise regarding this trooper. And, it's fun to have this kind of treasure hunt that takes a lot of effort to actually track down. It's not as simple as, oh, I want another Clone Trooper in my collection. Go to eBay and find one for a good deal. This actually has taken a lot of ingenuity. It's taken a lot of friends to help me out with this, like ODST, like Box of Clone Trooper Lot over on Instagram. They've all added a lot of resources to this hunt, and it really wouldn't be possible without them. So I really do appreciate that. It's kind of a community hunt to find stuff for this trooper and to find actual merchandise about it. But anyways, that is where we're wrapping this video up. If you want to check out more of the Clone Trooper oddities, the whole playlist will be, at the end of this video, and you can click on that, watch the rest of them, and then the concept art Clone Trooper video, that has a little bit more about this guy as well. If you want to stay up with the channel and just keep up with what's going on with the Rust Belt Collector, down in the description there's a link tree to my Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff, as well as Entertainment Earth in case you want to pre-order any new figures that are upcoming. But apart from all that, thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening, noon, or night, depending on when you're watching this video, and as always, I will catch you all in the next video.